morning to all. I am Gautam Kumar, 2nd MBA, SNS College of Technology. Today we see about human resource planning. Before today's session, anybody recap the previous class?
Gautam, shall I?
Yes, go Dhanashilan.
Yes. In previous class, we see about introduction to human resource planning, importance of human resource planning, features of human resource planning, and the last one is factors affecting human resource planning. These are the topics of we see about in previous class.
Okay, thank you Dhanashilan. In today's session, we see about human resource planning process. There are 7 steps in human resource planning process. They are objectives of human resource planning, current manpower inventory, forecasting demand and supply, manpower gaps, appraisal of manpower planning, training and development, employee plan. First we see about objectives of human resource planning. In this step, objectives of manpower planning must be clear, and objectives vary from several departments. Personal demand may differ in marketing, finance, production, HR department based on the role or function. Next we see about current manpower inventory. In current manpower inventory, current labor pool, audit of skill, qualification, experience and compensation of every worker. Thus the firm needs to hire more manpower in future. Ensure pool of talent is maintained to meet future vacancies. Next we see about forecasting demand. In forecasting demand, identifying requirements of manpower for different level of positioning. Manpower supply analysis is done by internal and external analysis. What should be status of employment? Example, permanent, temporary, part-time or contract. Next, forecasting possibilities retirement is to be considered. Next one is manpower gaps. In the case the demand is more than supply of human resource, that means there is a defect and thus the new candidates are to be hired. Whereas if the demand is less than supply, there arises a surplus in human resources and hence the employee have to remove either in form of termination, retirement, layoff, transfer, etc. Next we see about employee plan. Once the manpower gaps are evaluated, the action plan is to be formulated accordingly. In a case of a defect, the firm may go either for requirement, training, interdepartmental transfer plans. Whereas in the case of surplus, the voluntary retirement schemes, redeployment, transfer, layoffs could be followed. Next we see about training and development. The training is not only for the new joinees but also for the existing employees who are required to update their skills from time to time. Next, last human resource planning process. This is appraisal of manpower planning. The effectiveness of manpower planning process is to be evaluated. Here the human resource plan is compared with its actual implementation. At this stage, the firm has to be desired the success of the plan and control the deficiencies. These are the factors of human resource planning process. Okay, next we see about some small activities. Does anybody come forward and clear this activity?
Gautam, shall I?
Yes.
Yes. In this activity, the first picture indicates the human resource planning,
Okay.
and the second picture indicates the manpower inventory, and the third picture indicates the training and development. That's correct?
Yes, you are correct. These are the answers. Thank you, Dhanashilan. In this session, next we see about the requirement process and employee selection. First of all, requirement is the core function of human resource management. It is the first step of appointment. It acts like a link between employees and job seekers. Requirement is a process of finding and attracting capable applicants for employment. The process begins when new applicants are served and ends when the new applications are submitted. Next we see about requirement process. First stage of requirement process is identifying vacancies. For example, post to fill, number of person, duties to be performed, qualification required. The second process is preparing job description and job specification, and third one is advertising the vacancy. Next, it is the selection process. The selection process is followed by managing the response, shortlisting the candidates, arranging for an interview, conducting and decision making. The image. Next we see about requirement policies. The organization should have clear and concise requirement policies. It specifies objectives of requirement. It involves procedure for identifying and selecting a qualified person for a job. A company should adapt sound requirement policy to select the right candidate for right job. And activities involves advertise all vacancy internally, reply to every job applicant without any delay, inform job applicants the basic details and job condition of every job advertised, process all applications with efficiency and courtesy. Last we saw some small assessment. DAS is the process of forecasting an organization future demand for and supply of the right type of the people in the right number. Option A, human resource planning. Option B, requirement. Option C, human resource management. Option D, human capital management. Anybody give some answer?
Yes. Gautam, shall I?
Yes.
Yes. I think the answer is human resource planning.
Yes, you are right, Dhanasilan. Thank you.
Thank you.
Does anybody come forward and summarize this session?
Gautam, shall I?
Yes, go Dhanasilan.
Yes. Today's we see about introduction to human resource planning, human resource process, recruitment process, and recruitment policy. These are the topics that we see in today's session. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you all.